This is freaking epic. It makes me want to sit in the bathtub. It makes me want to swing an axe around and go nuts. It's a freaking shining bathroom replica.
Just 2 or 3 hours from the hustle and bustle of Los Angeles, one of the world's major cities, is a whole other world. We're back just outside of Big Bear, California, up in the mountains, just about 2 hours or so away from Disneyland, and of course 8,000 feet higher. And this, of course, is one of the famous perks of living in Southern California, is the ability to escape within 2 or 3 hours to the desert or to the mountains like this. And that's exactly what we're doing today, escaping. I've come up the long and winding road down from the cities of Southern California up near Big Bear up here in the San Bernardino National Forest, because I needed a break from the ordinary and the everyday. And not only is the Big Bear area a nice place to spend a night or two away, it's even better if you can do it with some style. Where we're staying tonight is a cozy little cabin with a twist. Look at it. What a cute, beautiful little cabin up here in the woods. Looks like the kind of place your grandma would want to stay. Until, that is, you open the door. I told you we were gonna have theming, and there is theming galore. But unlike most places up here, instead of cutesy theming, instead of mountain theming, this rental cabin is horror themed. Welcome to what most people know as the 70s themed horror cabin, or as I like to call it, reasons that'll become clear very soon, Aunt Gladys's place. It's not very large, but what it lacks in size, it more than makes up for in theming. And dude, the theming is exquisite. This is so 70s. Look at these chairs here. The whole color palette. The rugs, the tables, the couch, all the furniture, in fact. It doesn't get much more 1970s looking than this. It reminds me of my childhood. I was born in the 80s, but most houses that I grew up in and around had all the 70s leftovers just like this. Dude, this is so stinking weird. Okay, when you get in here, first things first, on the counter over here, they have a cabin guide. So let's check that out, because inside of this cabin guide, and we'll look at these in just 1 second, there is a backstory to this place. So not only is it all themed out, there's actually a story here of its own. This here says the previous owner of the cabin was their estranged Aunt Gladys, whose life was shrouded in mystery and rumors of the occult. She lived here in the 1970s with her son Zachary, who were extremely close, the two of them. He was a massive horror fan. And supposedly he's the one that filled up the bedroom with all kinds of horror memorabilia. But check this out. As one fateful night last year, neighbors reported witnessing strange lights and weird noises, shadows moving through the woods. And when dawn broke, Aunt Gladys and Zachary were nowhere to be found. That's right, Aunt Gladys right there, and Zachary simply disappeared. And there may be a clue to their disappearance here in the cabin, because the guide says they cleaned this place up and turned it into a rental, but they had trouble opening Aunt Gladys's cabinet over here. This crazy word combination lock on it, and to get the word combination, supposedly, you've got to complete this mysterious word puzzle over here. Uh-oh. I'm not all that good at puzzles, and I'm not all that intelligent, so that might have to wait. First, let's check this place out. Now, the first time I heard of this place was when my little wifelet, Allie, sent me a reel on Instagram. Apparently, this was featured in many a viral TikTok since it opened. Honestly, as it deserves to be. And as you see here, the cabin is run by something called the Unique Stays Club. As far as I can tell from their website, this is the first of their locations, but it looks like they're leaving the door open to do more themed stays. And anyway, as soon as I saw a clip of this place, we got in touch right away to ask, is there any way we can book some time up here? True, I've come up here in the month of April. There's still snow up on the mountains. It's not exactly Halloween, but that just makes it even better. Coming up to a horror-themed cabin in the woods. around Easter time. That's how we like to mix it up around here. Okay, first things first, the living room. As you can see, we came in through this awesome 70s camp cabin looking doorway right here. We've got the fireplace. I hear there's an electric one down there. There's a television. There is Wi-Fi. It's weird. I just noticed this in the corner. The whole booklet here of horror movies. Oh, look at that. You got the Universal Monsters in there, the Wolfman, Frankenstein, Nightmare on Elm Street, House on Haunted Hill, Scream, Halloween, Signs, Exorcist, Little Shop of Horrors, Rocky Horror, Psycho. That's about the last movie you want to watch when you're staying in a motel or in a rental cabin. Moving on from that dark and mysterious corner, of course, we have the main living room, which, as you've already seen a couple times, is super 70s. And honestly, kind of super 80s. I mean, what house in the 80s did not have one of those scratchy, weird blanket things on the back of it, or numerous sort of burnt orange or avocado colored things? Look at these little plastic, what's it called, coasters. You guys remember these? Yuck! Or how about this? I love these two chairs over here. Those are gorgeous. But this in the corner, this might be the most 70s/80s authentic detail of them all. The weird wooden 8-sided table thing. Ooh, and it looks like this one got some more surprises inside. Looks like we got some horror-themed board games in there. I'm gonna pull those out in a little bit, see what the contents are like. Oh, you've got the sexy old rotary phone right there. Looks like it says something about pushing a button to hear the messages. We'll definitely get to that. There's that weird 70s lamp. Look at all the stuff on the shelves over here. Ugh. No 70s or 80s living room would be complete without a sad hobo clown. Looks like we got some scary books over here. A very scary child. Some skeletons. Some Agatha Christie Mysteries of Chemistry book. What is this? Scary Stories of Big Bear Lake. Well, that's fitting. And what the heck is that? I don't even want to touch that. Spooky. Now, the contents of the shelves might be spooky, but nothing spookier than what's above them. Look at the taxidermy. First of all, you've got the ugly buzzard or vulture or whichever bird it is. That's awfully inviting. And then up here, you've got his best friend, the classic 1970s demonic goat. Oh, I don't like that thing looking at me. I mean, at the moment, it's still daylight outside for a little while, but I'm telling you right now, tonight, that thing starts talking to me. I am running for my life. Classic old grandma's house radio. We got a wooden owl over here. We've got a very ominous hour, timer, sand hourglass thing, whatever it's called. Then we got Aunt Gladys and Zachary, who've disappeared from this place. Nice kind of witchy looking plants right here. A dark, spooky, satanic looking map of the globe. Remember, it's just for fun. It's just for fun. None of it's real. And that is pretty much the living room over here. What we're getting today is a unique opportunity to look at something that goes viral in those short form videos, those TikToks, those Instagram reels. Got it a little more in depth, see if it lives up to the hype. So far, so good. Anyway, that's pretty much the basics of the living room. I mean, there's a few more things. There's a brush for getting snow and mud off your shoes, some instructions on what to do if it snows, and where to go for the best restaurants. Essentially, that's the living room. Time to move on to the kitchen. Now, the kitchen's a little more cute, at least right now in the daytime, a little brighter, a little more inviting than the rest of the living room. Look at this. They got a nice, beautiful house plant over here. I feel like the horror movie references are not going to end, guys. Obviously, they got a little bit of Little Shop of Horrors going on here. Whoa! Then it gets nicer and cuter over here. You got the fridge, refrigerator, you got the freezer. As you can see, I've already put some beverages inside. I must say, immaculately clean. Dude, above it, we got some 70s placemats over here. Look at all the old glassware. That is so cool. Oh, wait a minute. Note from Gladys. Oh, it's got some tips for using the glassware. Maybe I wonder if Gladys left any other notes up here. The shelf liners. Boy, oh boy, I don't miss those. Looks like above the oven, we got the school of pasta. We got the Reynolds wrap in there. That's always handy. Hey, in a place like this, we might need a tinfoil hat. You got a full-on oven over here. You got the coffee maker. And look at this. There's some fresh coffee right there. All kinds of utensils. Salt, pepper. Ooh, popcorn salt. Beautiful little sink. I love these old school countertops right here. Somebody leave a comment. Tell me what this texture, what this pattern is called. Like there are, oh my gosh. Dude, look at these cups right here. We got cups, we got plates, we got a measuring cup. Oh, we got popcorn maker instructions from Aunt Gladys. Some mugs in there. Okay, that one is super 70s. Aunt Gladys definitely used that mug. Man, this is so cool. There's even popcorn seeds. That's good. I won't have to buy any popcorn. I won't have to buy any coffee. Oh, I got distracted by the plant. Forgot to mention there's a microwave and a toaster, lots of cabinet space over here, or shelf space. And then there's this cool looking, very groovy looking bar right here. You've got that old school wooden duck napkin holder, classic. The old school black and white television. We had one of these when I was a kid. It says, sorry, not working on the note on it. And this is cool because this is, spoiler alert, just a 1-bedroom cabin. It really could only probably sleep 2, maybe 3 if you had someone on the couch. But if you and your friends got a couple different places to stay up here, you could hang out here and have quite a party. Look, there's seating for 4 at the bar. You got the couch and the 2 armchairs right there. This would be one epic place to have a party on Halloween. All right, it freaks me out, and I don't like it being in here alone, but we are spending the night here, which means we should probably take a look at our accommodations. Time to journey onwards into the bedroom. But you know what? First, before we even get to that, actually, I could use a pee break, and I hear that the bathroom is to die for. Oh! What was that? Did you guys hear that? What? What the heck is that? Okay, it's still broad daylight, and that is freaking me out. What was it they said about Aunt Gladys before she disappeared? There were strange noises and lights. Okay, it's just your imagination. Just your imagination. All right, the bathroom. Now, this has to be one of the coolest things ever. And this is what I saw online that made me desperately want to stay here. Because is there a more iconic horror movie bathroom than the bathroom from The Shining? Don't think so. And check it out. Here's Jack Nicholson's hatchet right here in the door. And if we do a little bit of wiggling, check this out. Here's Justin! Look at this. It's an almost perfect recreation of the bathroom from The Shining. They somehow perfectly replicated the bathroom from room number 237 at the movie version of the Overlook Hotel. Now, if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you'll know The Shining is Allie's, my little wifelet's, favorite movie, maybe ever. Maybe The Shining and The Blair Witch Project. They might be tied, I'm not sure. That means thanks to her, I've now watched that movie about 100,000 times more than I ever expected to in my life. Enough to know that Danny didn't write red rum on the back of the bathroom door, but you know what? The bathroom door is a perfect spot for this cabin. If you look at it in the mirror, you can see what it spells. This is incredible. How did they do this? Where did they find this weird green color toilet, the green color sink, the perfect matching paint, the decorative trim, the archway over the bathtub? Look at this. They've even got the floor down perfectly. This is so awesome. Well, it's awesome right now because there's plenty of light coming in from the window at the moment. I'm just thinking right now, if I wake up in the middle of the night to come do the tinkle business here, this is going to be pretty darn freaky. Because just imagine standing out here in this hallway, right? You're in the bedroom, you're coming for a little wee. Gotta empty the bladder. You come around the corner and oh, I'm going to expect a creepy nude old lady to be in there. Ah, thanks a lot, Stanley Kubrick. This is freaking epic. It makes me want to sit in the bathtub. It makes me want to swing an axe around and go nuts. It's a freaking shining bathroom replica. True, it's on a smaller scale than the huge one seen in the film, but they did this freaking perfectly. So perfectly that the money shot from out here in the hallway, it's pretty darn spooky. If you've seen that film, you'll know exactly what I mean. All right, I've got some weird astrological artwork in the hallway here. We got the old emergency backup heater. I don't know if that's what's in this old school looking cabinet right here. There's a locks on all the cabinets in the hallway. So this must be the cleaning supplies, the linen. See what I mean? See all those little combo locks there? I'm digging the old school hinges and the little, what are these, handles? Ooh, that's spooky though. Look at that. A creepy trapdoor up to the attic. I do not think I will be going up there. Just the bathroom and The Shining, and then that going through my mind, and then the lights flickering earlier. Got me in kind of a spooked out mood. It's not even dark yet. In fact, what the heck is that? I was gonna say, in fact, since there's no food in the fridge, it might be better if we go to the grocery store now and grab some supplies and then continue this little tour at night. Any more spooky noises? Aunt Gladys? Is that you? I'm just here to visit. I don't want any trouble. Just gonna head out to the grocery store now. You want anything? Prune juice? Pepto-Bismol? Okay. They weren't kidding when they called this place the Unique Stays Club. Whoa. Did you guys just see that? You see? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Is it doing that on purpose? Anyway, the sun has set outside and it is now dark. So I guess it's time to put away my book here. Carry on with the tour. Where were we? Oh yes, time to check out the bedroom. Oh, dude. There's sort of two appropriate sound effects in my brain right now. Either, oh, da, 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 as in like, whoa, look how exciting, a 70s themed bedroom. Or you could go with, you know, either or. Look at this bed right here. Nice queen size bed, if I have to guess. Pretty darn cool. Oh, look at that. The Shining rugs on either side of the bed are these two little, what would you say, mats? Two little take off your shoes carpets. Oh, that is so cool. Allie's gonna love that. And then check this out over here. Look at that old school nightstand clock. And then, ooh, what's in here? Looks like the bottom of the drawers are decorated with horror-themed paraphernalia. There's All Work and No Play, makes Jack a dull boy. We got Camp Crystal Lake on a postcard. Woodsboro, California. Why does that sound so familiar right there? The Bates Motel. And then there's Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. That was a close one. Got some earplugs, maybe for all those weird noises from the living room. Look like there's anything in the bottom of the cabinet. We've got a Scream reference on the coaster. We've got a Lost Boys reference on this milk bottle. Look at that. I'm glad I never ended up on one of those. Well, not yet anyway. There's a sweet selection of VHS tapes right here. Look at that. Batman 1989 is on the list. I always tell people that's like an old school classic, like a Frankenstein movie or a Hammer horror movie. That's Tim Burton's version of a Hammer horror movie, you know? Nobody ever thinks of it as a horror movie. Oh, we got Misery, perfect for a cabinet set. Got some Mego Frankenstein figures. Got a Frankenstein mask. We have some horror movie Lego minifigures. I think we got Leatherface, Chucky, Ghosty Face, Pennywise. Oh, this is cool. I've actually got a copy of this. It's The Mummy in comic book form. Did you hear that? I don't like that. I don't like that noise at all. I really hope we caught that on camera. Okay, everybody be cool. Gladys, be cool. Okay. No one told me it came with a ghost. Guess I should have watched that TikTok thing more closely, or the reel, or whatever it was. Okay, look at this. Got a ghost detector here. Now, is this a Geiger counter? Am I going crazy, or is this a real Geiger counter here? Doubling as a ghost detector. Maybe I should put that in the living room, huh? Maybe I can figure out what the heck is going on. Ugh. We got some Hannibal here by Thomas Harris. We got Stephen King's The Dark Half, and then we got this thing. I know this thing. Ugh. This is not the book you want to read in the cabin. In any cabin. At least out loud, anyway. You're much better off reading my new book, Tales from Randomland, now available at randomland.com. Seriously, actually, it really is available, and I really did write a book. How about that? I can't tell you that it's better than the Necronomicon, but I can tell you it's a much safer book to read in any venue. All right, I'm loving the, what are they, Creepsville masks? I can't remember who makes these masks, these giant old school horror character masks. Dracula, the creature from the Black Lagoon, the Wolfman. We got their boss up there. Now, my girlfriend slash fiance slash wife, whatever you want to call her, common law wife, Allie, she loves horror movies. She loves The Shining, one of her favorites. She loves any scary movie, really. I am not a big fan of ghost hunting or scary places or scary movies because they scare me. Like one of the movies that scared pretty much no one, apparently, except for me, The Grudge. Oh, thank God there's no Grudge theming in here. At least I really, if there is, I don't want to see it. But having said that, I love the classics. I love things like Vertigo. I love old school kind of Hitchcock movies. You know, Psycho's good, but I mainly really like monster movies. I love Creature from the Black Lagoon. Look at that, you got the Invisible Man right there. And I mean, around Halloween time, I like things like, you know, Creep Show or Tales from the Crypt or, you know, Twilight Zone, things like that. Old school monster movies. I love the Hammer horror movies, old school horror movies. Not a big fan of The Exorcist or things like that so much. That is maybe the most terrifying movie I've ever seen. But more things like The Creature from the Black Lagoon. You're picking up what I'm putting down. You know what I mean. I can't believe this is in here. The Cross and the Switchblade. They got Heart of Darkness, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Bunch of books in here. And then, we've got Aunt Gladys and Zachary over there. And then Chucky. He wants you as a best friend. Look at that Chucky lunchbox. When have you ever seen a cooler-themed Airbnb if you're a horror fan, huh? Quoth the Raven, nevermore. That doesn't make sense, but just forget I said that. Okay, let's see if there's any surprises in these drawers. Oh, some more theming. We've got the Overlook from The Shining. Mystery Inc. over there. We've got Greetings from Derry, Maine, like from It. There's the Bates Motel again. Haddonfield. There's a Ghostbusters card and a Gatlin card in there. You guys know what movie that's from? Some more earplugs. What? What? Stop it. Oh, dude, I don't like that. Oh, a first aid kit. Look at this. There's some monster hands in here. I love that. In case a monster attacks, you got first aid. Or just in case somebody gets a little too romantic with those, you got some first aid. Oh, looks like we got a Wi-Fi router in there. We don't need to touch that. Ooh, there's something underneath here. That's kind of heavy. What the heck is that? Oh, somebody's got a toolkit down there. Probably for maintenance. We're probably not supposed to see that. Don't tell anybody that I looked under there. Okay, so as you can see, a pretty well-equipped room to stay in. Got a couple of cool posters on the wall. Oh, and then over here there is a TV. I forgot about that. And a thermostat. They got this cool, funky, very 70s like backdrop. But look at the posters. House on Haunted Hill, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Karloff the Mummy, Invisible Man, Original Dracula, Bela Lugosi. Those don't freak me out. Those are cool. That is right up my alley. Oh, look at that. It's a Roku TV, so you could watch, you know, whatever you want on here. You could watch some scary movies. And then, last but not least, there is a closet over here. Let's check out what's inside. All right. I really hope I'm not going to regret opening this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. One piece of clothing in here. And look whose it is. Does that sweater look familiar to you, kids? It's Freddy Krueger's freaking sweater. And oh, the scariest thing of all, a mirror. Okay, that is awesome. Again, some more classic Universal monsters. Sort of the original horror movies, really, or the original horror universes. Posters right there. That is the stuff that I like. I can't believe I opened that Freddy Krueger sweater. It's just chilling in there. As long as it's just a sweater and no Freddy visiting me in my dreams as I lay over here. That is the main tour of the cabin and the bedroom. I think we've seen all the rooms, but underlying all of this, there's still a big mystery we haven't even begun to try to solve. Because out here in the living room, you may remember... Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Look it.
This answers a lot of questions. That's where the special effects have been coming from. And look, you can turn them off right here. They were on. Ugh, thank goodness, dude. I was like sitting there. Aren't they supposed to go off if I push off? I was gonna say, I was sitting there thinking, I do not like that. I was sitting there thinking like, okay, these are obviously special effects or sound effects. I hope they don't go all night while I'm sleeping. Like I said, I don't like scary, I like scary stuff a little. Then I like to go home away from the scariness, you know? All right, I'm not going to spoil this because this was super hard. You remember this cabinet over here. And you remember it said, see if you can open Aunt Gladys's cabinet, use the word puzzle to find the combination. And then there's a combo lock here with 5 different wheels of letters. And I'm like, what word puzzle? Where's the puzzle? Turned out that thing right there is the puzzle, this weird wheel. But then not only are there wheels on that lock over there with different letters, there are letters all around this wheel, and each wheel does not match each other. So then we had to figure out, okay, which wheels have letters in common? Does this make any sense? It was like, what's the puzzle? And then I looked very carefully, right in the center here on this wheel, it says, born from elements diverse, embellishment or musical verse. So, are we looking for an element like earth, fire, water? Are we looking for, the word note, some kind of musical thing like that? Well, I could not figure it out. Like, I mean, I'm fine. I've survived this long. I can read books. I can tell you, interesting historical facts and things, but I'm not all that intelligent. I'm no code breaker over here. Luckily, I had my friend Tyler and Palix and, of course, Allie. They're all back home trying to crack the code. Alex got really obsessed. And using the clue that it was something musical, between that and me giving her, what each wheel on the actual combo lock had for letters, took her about 2 hours while I was buying groceries and making some food in here. But she cracked the code. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but look at this. She got it. All right. The cabinet is now open. The vanished, mysterious, occult Aunt Gladys's cabinet is open. I really hope nothing pops out of this. I'm opening this for the first time. I opened the lock. Wait a minute. Before I open Aunt Gladys's cabinet, remember, this is heavy, heavy spoilers. If you want to stay in this cabin and you don't want any spoilers for the storyline, then you're going to have to skip ahead to this time on the screen. Skip ahead in the video because here you've seen the cabin. Now here come the spoilers for the story. Okay, this is weird. Bottom shelf, society meeting 76. Looks like we have some stones, some kind of tape recorder thing, some vials, a creepy spoon, some herbs, a ghostly bell. Do not remove or consume. Okay, so this isn't for us to eat. This is obviously preserved for Aunt Gladys. Oh dear, sweet Lord. Please don't let that summon anything, okay? I don't get it. This is it, just witchcraft supply? Ooh! Look at that little note. It says rewind and press play. Before we do that, however, I feel like this might be later in the quest. I feel like we might have been supposed to start with these phones. So look at it. It says listen to voicemail, press button if not playing. Does it do anything if we push the button? No. All right, we've actually got to pick up the receiver then, so you guys aren't going to hear this. And again, do you really want spoilers? All right. It's a message for Zach. It's Josh. Dude. Missed an epic movie night? Uh-oh, now there's one for Gladys. From Eileen from the post office. These messages are from after they disappeared. Creepy. This makes it feel real and very creepy. Dude, this is so weird. I have not held a phone like this for so long. Yeah, the dry cleaners are calling. Everybody's calling. Gladys is missing. Zach is gone. Here's one about creepy sounds and lights over here at the house from the neighbors. All right. I've listened to a ton of voicemails. I didn't hear any clues. I'm going to make an assumption that could be incorrect. That the voicemails on that phone are going to be relatively the same. All that is done is make me know that they did disappear, not how. So now let's do it. Let's hit rewind. Okay, and now play. Oh.
Zachary, my dear boy, what have I done? What have we unleashed?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, if there's any kids at home, don't let them watch this part right here. This is a little bit scary, this voicemail over here. Recording is describing a seance and a malevolent spirit. And says the cabin is cursed. Okay, I told you there were spoilers. All right, I'm gonna listen to the end.
This recording is a warning and testament to the horrors that transpired here. Please heed my warning. This cabin is cursed, haunted by forces beyond comprehension. If this entity should return, may God have mercy on your soul.
I don't like Aunt Gladys's cabinet.
All the things. Whoa!
Fudge. Okay, that was close. Not after the Aunt Gladys. I thought it was off, dude. I do not like this. Off, 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 off. Please, 100,000 times off. Dude, I love going to, scary events and stuff at Halloween with my friends. I like watching scary movies sometimes with Allie, who enjoys them. I've just discovered
that I don't like being in a scary horror-themed cabin all by myself.
I don't like the goat. I don't like the buzzard. I don't like the noises that won't turn off. I don't like the storyline. I don't like the cut of Aunt Gladys's jib. Look at her face. I don't like it. And of all the cool stuff and accoutrement in here, the one thing they don't have that I wish they did was a Bible now. At least they got the handbook for the recently deceased in here, in case I die of fright. Oh, and I don't know why I didn't open it before, but it turns out this is the guest book. I better sign that. Left some helpful hints inside of there for the next guest.
What else I'm gonna do? I'm closing Aunt Gladys's cabinet right now.
Wait, where's that? I really don't like being alone with this going on. Is it the back door or the front door? Gladys? 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 No Gladys out there. That's not a sound effect. That is the side door over there. I did not look at what's out there earlier. I have no idea. Oh gosh, maybe it's a neighbor. Hopefully it's a neighbor. Should I open it? Is this the part in the scary movie where everybody's yelling, "Don't do it! Don't open the door!" I gotta do it now.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Gladys?
Gladys?
Oh, it's no one. What was that?
What was that sound? Oh my gosh.
Hello? Is anything in here? Anybody home? Hello? Zachary? Oh gosh, I hope it's not Zachary. Gladys? Oh, I prefer Gladys.
Oh gosh, you guys. I can feel my heart pounding. It's probably nothing. There's a lot of animals up here, right? Squirrels. Doesn't have to be Gladys. It could be anyone. Just you stay off. Hello? There better not be an old lady in the bathtub right now. Oh, thank goodness. Well, where? What the heck? Oh! It's coming from in there.
Hello? Gladys? Whatever it is. It's in the closet. Oh, I knew there was something weird about this closet. Hey, what the heck is this button? No time! Doesn't make it any better that this is all 70s looking and all the scariest horror movies are from the 70s. Okay, here we go, guys.
Julio!
Little bird brain, how long have you been in? Wait a minute, that wasn't you? You weren't outside?
Who was it?
Shut up, Julio. Wait a minute.
The door? Was that the front door?
Oh my gosh. No.
Whatever it was, it's gone now, guys. Oh my gosh.
Turns out this horror-themed cabin is pretty scary. Especially if you let your imagination get the better of you. Oh, let's go back to that button, shall we? All the doors are locked. We shouldn't have any more problems with intruders. And at least we're not alone anymore, right, Julio? Okay.
We'll close up the closet here, because if there's one thing that's terrifying, It is open closet doors while you're sleeping in a strange place. Now let's see. Push at your own risk. What does this do? Whoa! Copyrighted horror music is playing right now. Copyrighted horror music from Haddonfield, if you get my drift. I have to make some other sounds in there so you don't hear it. Come on, Julio! Spooky disco! Oh, whoa, and the lights come back on. Okay, that is a cool feature. So are the horror sound effects, if you can get them to turn off. So is the Shining bathroom, as long as there's no old naked ladies in it. Or old naked men. I'm not picking on old ladies. And the living room is cool. Actually, really awesome. Very nostalgic. Takes me back to the days before internet, cell phones, Game Boy even. But it's better when there's no Aunt Gladys. All right, so the word puzzle is there. I didn't spoil that for you. And the combo lock for Aunt Gladys's cabinet. Check out uniquestaysclub.com. Check this out. We get a free room key keychain from these guys. I've always wanted to make one for myself for Randomland, but I still have yet to do it. I've got chips and salsa and barbecue sauce and meatballs and all kinds of stuff to eat, so I'm well stocked with supplies now that Julio is here. Got no reason to be afraid of being alone anymore. Plus, tomorrow, I'm actually staying in this place a second night with Allie. Allie's got school today, so she's coming up here tomorrow. We're gonna hang out here twice. I'll let you know how it goes over on Instagram or something. Instagram right there. For now, I think that's it, guys. We've done our duty. We can go home and sleep well. Well, actually, we can horror cabin, sleep well. I have just one more question. What was all that? What was going on? Huh. Sounds like one of those things where you have to wait till after the credits to find out. What? Harder than it looks to squeeze your hat into here. Hope I didn't break my hat. I'm staying in a haunted cabin. I'm staying in a haunted cab. I'm staying in a haunted cabin. I'm staying in a haunted cab. Oh no 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 no. No, 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 no.